Hello, and welcome again to another episode of Let's Play Fate Stay Night with the Tatsu Puppet Masters. I'm Darkerling, and we have Assassin Meg and Dragon Map with us.
Hey. Yeah.
Alrighty, let's get on to where we were. I think it was about lunchtime where we left off.
Just left to the roof.
Oh yeah, and I buy lunch and head for the empty rooftop. Ka-ching! Got it right. Okay. It's a convenient location as no student would come near it in the wintertime. It's too cold to eat, but that's a small price to pay for being able to eat without worrying about other people. Introvert! Okay.
That's what I was thinking.
One of my own.
I mean, she already has clearly stated in the last scenes about how she doesn't want to have to be interacting with people all as much because that way she then doesn't have to worry about hiding that she's a mage or having to be as conscious about hiding that. So.
It's a lonely
さて、
life.
とりあえずご飯と。
Well, lunch comes first.
I start on my tomato sandwich and hot lemon drink. It's a simple lunch, but the taste is much improved in this peace and quiet. Yeah, I guess we're still going to do sound effects. I finish my sandwich and my hot lemon drink. I'm a bit tired. It's a difficult balance being a good student while trying not to be too social. It's my vanity. No, my conviction that I must be number one both academically and physically. If I am to be a student, I want it to be the best, and it's unthinkable for me to dishonor the Tosaka name. So that's why I am a perfect student, flawless in all aspects. Oh yeah, emphasizing, Tosaka is technically her last name, but throughout almost the entire visual novel, she's referred to by her last name because in Japanese culture, you almost always refer to people by their last names unless you're really close to them. So you gotta be chummy chum.
Her first name's Rin.
Rin. Yep.
I was thinking it was like, what's her first name, gang?
Yeah, that's how much her first name is. But at the same time, I also have a dangerous job as a magus, so I shouldn't associate with normal people. Normally, any magus whose identity is discovered has no choice but to eliminate the witness. I don't want to do that. So inevitably, my social life has become a shallow one. I only hang out with Makidari on weekends, and I try to refuse invitations from friendly people like Segu-san. Even though I'm the best honor student in the school, I live trying not to become too important to anyone. Though sometimes when I'm tired like this, it makes me think that this life is rather boring.
と、もう時間か。
Oh, it's time already?
I finish my hot lemon drink and stand up. I should stop drowning in sentimentality. That's a mouthful. Okay, and go back to being the usual Tosaka Ren once I go down the stairs. Down we go.
では、ホームルームを終了する。日直は日と戸締まりの確認を。
Okay. Who wants to take Who wants to take the boring teacher?
I could.
So I guess Assassin Meg's gonna do all of the secondary male characters.
We're professors for this time being.
This is actually a teacher in this case.
Yes.
Whatever. Professor, teacher.
Whatever.
Here we go. Homeroom is at an end. Those of you on day duty, finish the daily report and check the locks.
部活動のない生徒は速やかに帰宅するように。
Those of you without club activities are to go home quickly.
Don't need to tell me twice.
Yeah.
2A's homeroom teacher exits after repeating his usual line. As far as I know, this line hasn't changed all year.
遠坂、今日はもうお帰り？
So, Assassin Meg, you were...
Yeah. Tosaka, you're going home already?
ええ。朝方麻藤くんと一件あったし、面倒になる前に帰るわ。
Yes, there was an event with What is his name again?
Mato, and
Mato
then there's Kun at the end. Because...
Mato-kun this morning. So I'm heading home after it's becoming a bother to me.
Or becomes a bother.
やっぱりそうか。マトのやつ、今朝は特に荒れてたからさ。遠坂に手ひどく扱われたんだろうなって思ってた。
I thought so. Matu was in a bad mood this morning, so I thought you must have given him a hard time.
そう。迷惑をかけてしまったかしら、三辻さん。
I see, did he cause you any trouble, Mitsuri-san?
Mitsuzuri. It's 4 syllables.
Mitsuri-san.
Anyhow.
別に、マトが下級生をいびるのはいつものことだし、あれはあれでいい精神鍛錬になるよ。
Not at all. It's normal for Matsu to torment the younger students, and I think that kind of thing will be good mental training for him.
そう、よかった。じゃあ、この埋め合わせはまた今度。
I see, that's good. Well, I think I'll make up for it some other time.
はいはい。これに懲りず、また寄っていってちょうだい。
Alright, don't be put off and come by again.
I head straight home. Once I leave school, Tosaka Ren is no longer a student. The rest of the day is not for myself as a student. Instead, I must become a magus of the Tosaka family.
Dun dun dun.
Back at my home, I'm greeted by the blinking light on my answering machine.
留守電なんて珍しいな。相手は、やっぱりあんたか、キレ。
It's usually for me to get...
It's unusual.
Unusual, sorry. It's unusual for me to get any messages. It was just as I thought. It's you, Curry.
Kere, but yeah.
Curry.
Okay. I know
I pronounced it wrong.
Anyhow, I don't know what he's going to say, but he'll be scary later if I don't listen. So who wants to go and take... Oh, let's see. Actually, you can listen to the voice, and then, obviously we can figure out who wants to do that.
Yeah.
When I press the play button, I hear a familiar voice.
私だ。分かっていると思うが、期限は明日までだぞ、リン。
Okay. I'm just
That
trying
sounds
Do you want me to
creepy.
do it?
Let's see. Alright, sorry about that. We had a much longer discussion than we really probably should have about who should go and do this line. We're going to be having Assassin Meg for the time being do the line, so Assassin Meg, go right ahead.
It's me. I'm sure you know. But tomorrow is the deadline, Rin.
あまり悠長に構えられては困る。残る席はあと2つだ。
It's a problem for me if you take it easy. There are only 2 remaining seats.
早々にマスターを揃えねばならん。
I must ensure all the masters are arranged quickly.
This priest shows no mercy as he gets right to the point.
マスターの権利を放棄するというのなら、今日中に連絡しろ。予備の魔術師を派遣するにも時間がかかる。
If you wish to abandon your rights to become a master, contact me today. It takes some time to dispatch a substitute magus.
Liar. Someone like you would be able to rearrange a substitute in no time.
お前にはすでに0時の兆しが現れているのだ。さっさとサーバントを召喚し、0時を開け。
You already show signs of the command spell. Quickly summon your servant and open the command spell.
Okay, I just made an interesting connection, but I don't want to mention it because it would be a bit of a spoiler for people who haven't gone through as much content as they're supposed to make that connection. Anyhow.
もっとも、
I don't think I see it.
聖杯戦争に参加しないというのならば話は別だ。命が惜しいのなら、早々に教会に駆け込むがいい。
You are... Oh, wait.
It's the next one because that was one of those weird...
Unless... Yes, there we go. Unless, of course, you're not planning to be part of this Holy Grail War. If you value your life, you should run to the church quickly.
The message ends there. His words are concise. He's telling me that if I'm to fight, I should get ready by the day, and if I'm not going to fight, I'm an eyesore and should just retire quickly.
言われなくてもわかってるわよ。
You don't have to tell me that.
Well, it can't be helped. Today is as late as the deadline can be extended. Fortunately, I was able to decode Father's will last night. My preparations are ready. All that remains is, yes, obtaining the qualification to enter this fight.
聖杯戦争。たった一つきりの聖杯を奪い合う殺し合い。何百年も前から伝わってきた聖杯の儀式か。
The Holy Grail War, a fight to the death. For the one and only Holy Grail. A
Ritual
of the Holy Grail passed down for hundreds of years. Yeah. Or...
The Magi who participate in the Holy Grail War are called masters. This is not so much a rank, rather it indicates one who is in control. The requirement to enter the Holy Grail War, that is to summon a familiar called a servant and to form a contract with it. No matter how great a magus a person is, one is not considered a master until he has a servant under him. Servants are beings very different from normal familiars. The methods of summoning and controlling them are different as well. A magus planning to enter the Holy Grail War usually prepares a catalyst to summon one, but...
ほんと、父さんもセイバーにゆかりのものを残してくれればよかったのに。
Really? I wish Father could have left me something with a
connection.
Connection to Saber.
I don't have anything with any connection. I can summon a servant. If I wanted to, I could summon one right now and form a contract with it. The town's sacred ground is under our jurisdiction. As a daughter of the Tosca family, which has protected this town through the generations, I will not lose to Magi from elsewhere. That said, I guess you can't go out to sea without a compass, or perhaps I should say things are completely unplanned.
サーバントはシンボルによって引き寄せられる。
Servants are attached to symbols.
強力なサーバントを呼び出したいのなら、そのサーバントにゆかりのあるものが必要不可欠なのだ。か。
If you want to summon a strong servant, you need something that has a connection to that servant.
In other words, a sword, armor, talisman, bone of that servant, or something like that. Something valuable beyond belief.
父さんの遺言に期待してたんだけどな。これはこれでものすごい切り札なんだけど。
I was hoping there's something like that in my father's will, but no. This is a great trump card too, but still.
The pendant I found last night in the basement is one of the best artifacts in its class. It's great in its own way. It's great, but it won't help me to summon my servant.
いいわよ。そんなものに頼らなくたってなんとかなるわ。そもそも私以外にセーバーを扱えるマスターなんているはずないし。
I guess it's fine. I can do it without help of that sort of thing. After all, there just can't be exist any masters.
Capable.
Capable of handling saber other than myself.
Egotistic as usual. Alright, I've decided. I don't want to make Carrie complain anymore by postponing it any longer, and it's not like we need to wait until the last second. It'll come down to just trying it. I'll face the summoning tonight with full power and obtain saber by force. Oh yeah. We're gonna not do this the correct way with having a catalyst. Or are we? Late at night. The clock is about to strike 2. This is the best time frame for my magical energy. The peak of my magical energy is at exactly 2 in the morning. Since this will be my first and last chance, I can't afford any mistakes.
消去の中に大挙。大挙の陣を4つ刻んで、召喚の陣で囲むと。
Withdraw within elimination. Engrave 4 areas and surround the summoning circle, right?
Special effect time. I engrave the circle onto the floor of the basement. You don't need a large-scale summoning to summon the servant. Servants are called forth by the Holy Grail. As the Master's priority is to keep the servant in the world, to supply them with enough magical energy to sustain, the Holy Grail takes care of the summoning.
Sony, 銀と鉄。礎に石と契約の対抗。ソニは我が大使、シュバイン用具。
Bronze and silver and iron.
That's bear.
Don't what?
The first one is not bronze, even though I know that totally makes sense because they're all otherwise the other two things in there are metals.
Okay. Bear, silver, and iron. Stone from faction of the Great Duke of
Trax.
And Great Master, the Wing
Schweinorg
of the Ancestor.
For the Ancestor. But, okay.
For the Ancestor.
Schweinwarg is German.
降り立つ風には壁を。四方の門は閉じ、王冠より出。王国に至る三猿は循環せよ。
A wall of descending winds, the four gates shall close and come out of the crown. Let the 3 force roads to the kingdom circle.
It's a 3-forked road to the kingdom cycle. Forked and cycle. Because a road is forked.
Cycle.
So.
Okay.
Because as opposed to it being forced, it's a 3-fork road where there's 3 different directions to go. Anyhow, for the most part, it's magic. It doesn't really matter. Still, I continue with the greatest concentration. I draw the magic circle, normally written in blood, with my melted jewels. I'm using half the jewels I've saved up, so I can't fail for financial reasons too.
満たせ、満たせ、満たせ、満たせ、満たせ。
Dragon map? You're gonna get a lot of lines right now.
Enclose. Yeah. Yeah, I'm here. Enclose, 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 enclose.
繰り返し都度に5度。
5 times for each repetition.
ただ、満たされる時を破逆する。
You got it right.
thought it was you for a second.
No.
Just destroy the enclosed time. Just.
It's almost 2 in the morning. Completing the magic circle passed down through the Tosaku family, I can sit with all my power.
Awful.
We're not gonna. Right now, if it's. If we don't have. We could, but we're about to start running into just a straight German, and so we might end up just letting it, be the voiceovers from the game. I flip the formless switch inside me. I feel a sensation as if the contents of my body are being exchanged. The usual nerves invert into circuits transmitting magical energy. From this point, Tosaku Rin is not human. I shall become a tool to attain mystic power. I am melting from the fingertips. No, I am being filled from my fingertips. The mana I am taking in is so concentrated that the original scents of my body are being repainted. So being filled is the same as being destroyed. The power that fills me is pure magical energy from the air. It is absorbed by my body, which has become a circuit and transformed into a different form of magical energy. The body of a magus is nothing more than a circuit. A circuit to connect the spiritual and the real. The result of this, the many mystic occurrences it has made real, magic. My body is burning hot. Magic bow wow. Okay. An illusion of myself growing horns. An illusion of wings growing out of my back. An illusion of scales forming on my hands. A sensation of being in water. I start to sweat. Stab, stab. Swords are driven into my body. This is the pain caused by my human body rejecting itself as the magic circuit. What, sorry? What did you say, Assassin Meg? Okay. I'll just move on.
I just said painful because there's, swords being stabbed and there were...
Yeah.
Or it felt like that.
And then I laughed.
Well, I was asking for a repeat because I was talking while you then, said your line, and, it was all like, makes it sort of hard for me to hear what you said. But no, yeah, I can agree. Okay. No matter how great a magus you are, a human is a human. The pain will result as long as people use magic in a human body. But I do not loosen my circulation. At the end of this pain, on the verge of elimination, lies the path of connection. A pain running through my left arm. The magic crest starts up on its own to help me, and as a result, violates my nerves even more. The harvested mana in my blood is that of burning iron. Then the magic crest itself is like a nerve made of thorns. It runs through my body like a centipede with fangs. I lose myself within at pain. At the same time, I feel I have reached my goal. My overly sensitive hearing keeps recognizing the sound of the clock in the living room. 10 more seconds until 2 in the morning. The power within me is perfect and flawless. Time to do this. Dragon Map?
I
announce.
Yes.
Sorry,
I announce thee?
I announce.
thee.
It's not announce thee. Announce.
I announce. Sorry.
I was just calling your name because I felt like you were...
It feels like thee would work.
No, it's just... Anyhow. I was saying your name because I felt like you weren't being responsive, that's all. Because I've been doing this huge monologuing, and now, it's time for some other lines. Let's start. I take the magina I've absorbed and turn it into fixed magical energy. And now, I have only to empty out the mana within me to move the engine called the summoning circle.
Tsugeru.
I announce.
汝の意は我がもとに。我が命運は汝の権利。
Thy body shall be under my command. My fate shall be determined by thy sword.
聖杯のウルベに従い、この断りに従うならば答えよ。
Follow the call of the Holy Grail. If thou wilt obey this mind and this reason, then answer my call.
Oh yeah. Special effect time. My vision closes. The fifth element, said to be unperceivable by human eyes, is before me. So, in fear of being broken by it, vision shuts itself down.
Oh, sorry.
誓いをここに。
It's your
Make
line.
an oath here.
我は常世すべての善となるもの。
Still your line, or time for your
I
next
don't see
line.
the word.
Oh, I guess the contrast isn't going well. Okay, I'll read the line. I am the one who shall become the virtue of all afterworld.
我は常世すべての悪を敷くもの。
I am the one who shall lay out the evil of all afterworld.
Yeah,
汝
still.
三代の言霊をまとう七点。
Are you seeing it now, or are we having some issues with the video updating? Dragon map?
Okay. Yes.
Are you seeing the text
I
now?
was with the video updating. Yes. Where I see is the thou art seven heavens.
Yep, that's exactly where we're at.
Cloud and grace. Okay.
I want to repeat that line a little louder just because that was sort of soft.
Sure. Thou art the great heavens clad in the three great worlds.
You said great instead of seven. With thou art the seven heaven. Whatever.
Thou art. Okay. Yeah.
抑止の輪より来たれ。天秤の守り手よ。
Energy from the ring of
Whoa, emerge. That's not energy.
emerge.
That's emerge.
Sorry. Emerge from the ring of control.
Guardian.
Granted. Guardian of balance.
Perfect. So perfect, I feel I'm tugging on a whale with a fishing rod.
完璧。間違いなく最強のカードを引き当てた。
Perfect! I've drawn the strongest card for sure!
Geez, I can't wait for my vision to return. My vision should recover in a matter of seconds, and there will be the summoned servant right in front of me. Dun dun dun. Nothing.
はい。
Huh?
Nothing is nothing. That's just so feels like, you know, how, you know, big fish are big or whatever, where like you see people, you know, do the obvious is obvious.
A
meme.
rose! There's a rose!
Yeah. There is no change.
Yeah.
I've raged out that much ether and nothing has formed. And on top of that, I hear an explosion from the living room.
なんでよ。
What?
Technically it's a why, not what. Still a question.
Oh, sorry. Why?
I run. I keep running without thinking. I run up the basement stairs and into the living room.
扉壊れてる。
The door's broken?
The living room is crooked. Or crooked. There's no point in turning the handle. The door doesn't open even as I push and pull it.
もう、邪魔だから。
Jeez, you're in my way!
With a crash, I kick through the door and into the living room. And the instant I walk into the living room, I understand everything. Best character of the game. Right here. The living room is in a big
You
mess.
like saying that about everybody.
No, that this is the best character of the visual novel, right here. Guarantee it.
Wow.
The living room is in a big mess. It's full of rubble that must have fallen from the ceiling, and there's one man sitting on it cockily. Without a doubt, that is the cause of this mess. More dots. But there's one thing more important than that. The wall clock is still ticking away time, having escaped destruction. That reminds me. Yes, that's right. Come to think of it, every clock at my house was an hour early today for some reason. In other words, it's 1 in the morning right now. There's actually 1 more hour until my magical energy is at its peak.
またやっちゃった。
Wow.
Oh yeah.
I did it again?
You mean she didn't go home and change them right away?
Complacency,
She
man.
forgot.
I can do most things just like everybody else, but I have one hereditary curse. That is, to make the biggest mistakes at the most important times.
やっちゃったことは仕方ない。反省。
Well, what done is done. I can resent my own actions.
I shall reflect on my actions. Yeah. I am mad at my own stupidity. Still irritated, I glare at the man sitting there like he is important.
それで、あんた何？
So, what are you?
開口一番それか。これはまた、とんでもないマスターに引き当てられたものだ。
Okay, this is the one non-protagonist character by one field of voiceover, so no voting, no choices.
Okay.
Those are your first words?
No choices.
I guess I've been called to a terrible master. The man in red gives an exaggerated shrug.
Oh.
Maybe I'm the most unlucky of all, he adds. I do declare. This guy has a twisted personality. But this would be the servant? Since they call it a familiar, I thought it was something shapeless, but this is human-like. No, that's wrong. Just standing here, I can tell that this thing has an outrageous amount of magical energy. Don't be fooled by its appearance. This is certainly an existence far beyond a human, a ghost that has reached the level of spirits as a human. I can't be overwhelmed forever. That thing is mine. So I'll have to change my thinking from now on.
確認するけど、あなたは私のサーバントで間違いない？
Just to check. But you're my servant, right?
それはこちらが聞きたいな。君こそ私のマスターなのか？ここまで乱暴な召喚は初めてでね。正直状況がつかめない。
That's what I'd like to ask. Are you my master? This is the first time I've been summoned so roughly, so to be honest, I still can't grasp the situation.
私だって初めてよ。そういう質問は却下するわ。
This is the first time for me as well. I have to refuse that kind of
question.
そうか。だが私が召喚された時に君は目の前にいなかった。これはどういうことなのか 説明してくれ。
I see. But when I was summoned, you were not in front of me. Explain to me what's going on.
本気？ひな鳥じゃあるまいし、目を開けた時にしか主を決められないなんて冗談はやめてよね。
Really? Don't joke around and tell me you're like a newborn chick who can only determine your master when you open your eyes.
Oh, well, that's exactly how it works. The unknown servant frowns. It's a rather vague response, and I cannot tell if he's angry at my complaint or impressed at how correct I am.
まあいいわ。私が聞いているのはね、あなたが他の誰でもない、この私のサーバントかってことだけよ。
Well, anyway, what I'm asking is, are you my servant and not anyone else's, right?
それをはっきりさせない以上、他の質問に答える義務はないわ。
Until we clarify this, I have no
Obligations.
obligation to answer any other questions.
召喚に失敗しておいてそれか。この場合、他に色々と言うべきことがあると思うのだが。
That's what you say after failing your summoning? In this case, I think there are other things you should say. Ooh.
そんなのないわよ。主従関係は一番初めにはっきりさせておくべきものだもの。
There's nothing else. We have to clearly determine who's the master first.
Well, and obviously in that case, it's me. Because I actually understand what's going on.
Whoa!
Yeah, I don't know why she's actually debating this with him.
I know.
Seems like a bad idea.
Yeah,
It probably is.
but it's reflective of part of her personality to quite frankly do and participate in things that are quite frankly completely unneeded. I don't know if Dragon Map would agree
Because
with
she
me.
has. I can agree with that.
What were you about
She says the unnecessary.
Yeah. Okay. The servant raises his brow.
That sounded more like a grunt.
There's lots of different kinds of grunts, okay? Perhaps because it was an imperfect summoning, this guy isn't even trying to hide his dissatisfaction with me. Oh, he's hiding it all right. He's just not hiding it very well.
Hey.
主従関係ははっきりさせておくか。やることは失点だらけだが、口だけは達者らしい。
So we have to determine who's master, huh? Your actions are full of mistakes, but it seems your mouth is rather better.
ああ、確かにその意見には賛成だ。どちらが強者で、どちらが弱者なのか、明確にしておかなければ、お互いやりづらかろう。
Yes, I certainly agree with that opinion. Unless we make it clear who is the stronger and who's the weaker, it'll be hard to handle each other. The servant looks at me meaningfully as he lays on the rubble.
どちらが弱者かですって？
Who's the weaker?
ああ、私もサーバントだ。呼ばれたからには主従関係を認めるさ。
Yeah.
だが、それはあくまで契約上の話だろう。
Yeah, I'm a servant, so I'll accept this master-servant relationship. But that's only according to the contract, right?
どちらがより優れたものか、共に戦うにふさわしい相手かを測るのは別になる。
Who's superior and if the other is worthy to fight alongside with, that's a different story.
さて、その件でいくと、君は私のマスターにふさわしい魔術師なのかな、お嬢さん。
Well, are you a magus worthy to be my master, young lady? The servant grins. He smashes my house, and that attitude like he's king makes me angry enough. But now he asks me if I'm worthy to be a master?
あなたの意見なんて聞いてないわ。
I I'm not asking for your opinion.
私が聞いているのは、あなたが私のサーバントかどうかってことだけよ。
I feel like this is. I'm sorry. This is me. I feel like this has already been established. But all I'm asking is if you're my servant or not.
You're not the only one who thinks that she's really well here.
Yeah, well, I think this is actually this is what we
Good.
refer to as a Watson moment in literature or in fiction. It's where a
Yeah,
character
it's
is a little
you
bit
want
slower
someone to
than they
clearly
probably
state
should be
that this is the case.
to
and
make
not-
sure that everyone's
highly
on the same
suggest.
page. Because I have seen some fictions where they don't choose to take a Watson moment, and half the audience got lost and went, wait, what? When was this established? You know, and they don't define it in clear enough terms so that a very large chunk of the audience knows. So, in this case, I think they overdid it a little bit, but yeah. I glare at him. I will not lose to someone
Yeah.
who looks down on me this frankly.
ほう、なるほどなるほど。そんな当たり前のことは答えるまでもないと。実に勇ましい。いや、気概だけなら立派なマスターだが。
I see, I see. So you're saying such an obvious question isn't even worth answering? How courageous. Your spirit is that of a splendid master, but...
だから、順番を間違えるなっていうの。
I said, don't get the order wrong.
一番初めに確認するのは召喚者の務めよ。さあ、答えなさい。あなたは私のサーバントなのね。
It's the duty of the summoner to confront first.
Confirm
Now, answer
first.
me. You are my servant, right?
No duh. I step forward, ready to attack depending on his answer.
I know.
強情なお嬢さんだ。これでは話が進まんな。
Jeez, you are a stubborn young lady. We're not getting anywhere with this way.
仕方あるまい。仮に私が君のサーバントだとしよう。で、その場合、君が私のマスターなのか？いやまあ、あくまで仮の話だが。
I guess it can't be helped. Let's say I'm your servant. In that case, you would be my master, just hypothetically.
当たり前じゃない。あなたが私に呼ばれたサーバントなら、あなたのマスターは私以外に誰がいるっていうのよ。
Of course, if you're my servant, summoned by me, who else but me would be your master?
I somehow cool my boiling head and glare at this rude guy.
おう？そうか。まあ仮の話なんだが、とりあえずそうだとしよう。
Oh, I see. Let's suppose that's true.
それで、君が私のマスターである証はどこにある？
Then, where's the proof that you are my master? The servant talks nonsense, grinning. You must think I'll panic about this proof of master thing.
ここよ。あなたのマスターである証ってこれでしょ？
Here, this is proof that I am your master, right?
Hmm? I show him the command spell on the back of my right hand. Heh. Don't think I don't know anything. My father taught a lot about masters, so I know about the command spell.
納得いった？これでもまだ文句を言うの？
Dragon map?
Yes.
It's your turn for the line.
Sorry. Okay. Are you satisfied? Are you still going to complain?
I thrust before him the proof that I'm a master. The servant in the robe looks confused then.
参ったな。本気で言っているのか、お嬢さん。
Man, are you serious, lady? His face clouds of discontentment.
本気かってなんでよ。
What do you mean? Am I serious?
その考えがだ。霊樹があればマスターなのか。霊樹などサーバントを利する道具に過ぎないだろう。
I mean, that way of thinking. So you're a master if you have a command spell? A command spell is only a tool that governs their servants.
まったく、そんな形だけのものでマスターブルとはな。
Jeez, you act like a master just because of that?
私が見たかったのは、君が忠誠を振るうにふさわしい人物かどうかだったのだが。
What I wanted to see was, are you worthy for me to pledge my loyalty to? Ah, yes. That's true, but you'd normally think of the command spell when talking about the proof that one's a master.
何よ。それじゃあ私はマスター失格？
So what? Am I not fit to be a master then?
Well, with that kind of question, yeah. You're not fit.
That's what I was thinking.
そう願いたいが、そうはいくまい。霊樹がある以上、私の召喚者は君のようだ。信じがたいが、君は本当に私のマスターらしいな。
I'd like that, but no go. Since you have the command spell, it seems you are my summoner. It's unbelievable, but it seems you really are my master. Disappointment.
Tosuka's really gullible.
Yeah. He gives an exaggerated shrug of his shoulders. Da-da-da-da.
Dog.
This is bad. My boiling point is so low, it seems I won't be able to cool down in time.
全くもって不満だが、認めよう。
I'm not happy, but I'll accept it.
とりあえず、君は私のマスターだ。だが、私にも条件がある。私は今後、君の言い分には従わない。戦闘方針は私が決めるし、君はそれに従って行動する。
Wow.
You're my master for now, but I have conditions as well. From now on, I will ignore your opinions, I will decide how to fight, and you will follow my plans.
これが最大の譲歩だ。それで構わないな、お嬢さん。
This is the best I'll compromise on. You don't mind that, right, young lady? Ah, yes, this is part of the reason why he is so awesome. Okay.
Oh yeah, I love this scene.
Okay, if I'm correct, we're starting to get near to the end of how long we roughly make these episodes go. So, even though this is sort of an awkward time to break, from what I remember, this scene still goes on for like another 10 to 15 minutes. So,
Okay.
I'm thinking that this is going to be our break point for today.
Sure. We'll wait to see her reaction about his basically becoming co-master.
Yeah.
We'll just make Tosuka's written silence really long.
Fair enough. Alrighty then. Well, if you enjoyed this episode, like, comment, and subscribe, and come back for our next episode as we continue playing Fate Stay Night. Till later then.